Imagine opening your phone and seeing one idol's name appearing everywhere. Trending charts, news headlines, photo galleries, and entertainment categories are all filled with a single name that seems impossible to stop. What is really happening? Why has Jimin suddenly taken over NAVER with such extraordinary dominance? Is this simply the power of fandom, or is there something bigger being hidden from the public? Welcome to the Jikook Lover channel, where we uncover emotional layers, mysteries, and shocking facts behind the K-pop world that are rarely discussed. Before we dive into the story that has shaken the entire Korean internet, don't forget to press like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss every secret we are about to reveal today. Because what you are about to hear about Jimin might change the way you see an idol's popularity forever. That day began like any ordinary day in the South Korean entertainment world, but it didn't take long before NAVER, the largest search engine in Korea, turned into an ocean filled with the name parkjimin. Internet users who opened the trending page suddenly found something that made them stop scrolling. Jimin's name repeatedly appeared on ranking lists, not just once, but occupying positions from number 6 to 21 across multiple categories simultaneously. News, photos, music, and entertainment were all filled with traces of the idol. This phenomenon was not just viral. It felt like total domination that rarely happens even in the fiercely competitive K-pop industry. Fans began wondering how one person could occupy so much space at the same time. Korean media quickly captured this phenomenon as something extraordinary, while netizens started speculating about what actually triggered the sudden surge of attention. Some believed it was the effect of Jimin's recent activities that created a massive emotional wave among ARMY. However, others felt there might be a deeper factor, something invisible on the surface, that kept Jimin's name echoing across Korea's digital platforms. As news about this domination spread, various major news portals immediately highlighted how Jimin was not only trending, but also breaking the typical pattern of idol popularity. Usually, an artist appears in one or two categories simultaneously, depending on promotional activities. But in Jimin's case, the phenomenon seemed different. He appeared in almost every corner of available categories, creating a domino effect that kept netizens clicking, reading, and sharing content related to him. Many entertainment industry analysts began trying to explain this phenomenon through data and statistics. They showed that public engagement with Jimin-related content increased dramatically within a short period of time. Every released photo, every video clip, even every small rumor circulating immediately triggered long discussions on online forums. This phenomenon showed that Jimin's appeal does not only come from his music or stage performance, but also from the emotional aura he has built with fans over the years. On the other hand, fans viewed this phenomenon as clear proof of Jimin's global influence. They flooded social media with support hashtags, shared their favorite moments, and wrote emotional messages about how the idol had influenced their lives. Some even admitted that seeing Jimin dominate trending charts made them feel proud and deeply touched, as if the idol's hard work over the years was finally receiving major recognition in his own country. However, not all reactions came in the form of praise. Like many viral phenomena, Jimin's domination also triggered heated debates among netizens. Some questioned whether this phenomenon was purely due to popularity or the result of extremely strong fandom mobilization. This discussion sparked long debates about how K-pop fandoms influence algorithms and trending results on Korean digital platforms. While debates continued, one thing became clear: Jimin's name successfully captured public attention on a scale that rarely happens. Many international media outlets began observing this phenomenon as proof that BTS's influence, and especially Jimin's, remains extremely powerful even during the group's activity hiatus. This phenomenon showed that an idol's popularity does not always depend on new music releases or major promotions, but also on the emotional bond built with fans. Pop culture analysts began discussing how Jimin managed to create a unique image in the entertainment industry. He is known not only for his extraordinary dancing and singing abilities, but also for his emotional expression that often touches audiences deeply. Many believe this artistic sensitivity is what makes every Jimin activity feel more personal and easily go viral. Amid this euphoria, various photos and videos of Jimin began circulating widely again, including older moments that suddenly returned to trending status. Netizens seemed never satisfied with digging through archives of Jimin's performances, discovering small details that might have previously gone unnoticed. This phenomenon created waves of nostalgia while strengthening Jimin's position as one of the most influential figures in modern K-pop history. Some observers even describe this phenomenon as proof that Jimin possesses cross-generational appeal. He is not only popular among younger fans but also attracts broader public attention. This is reflected in how different age groups participated in online discussions about the trending domination. On the other side, a major question emerged regarding how this phenomenon would affect Jimin's future career. Would this trending domination open new opportunities in the global entertainment industry? Or was this simply the peak of a popularity wave that might eventually fade? Many believe this phenomenon signals that Jimin is entering a new phase in his career, a phase where he is not only known as a BTS member, but also as a global icon with an increasingly strong artistic identity. As the public continues watching Jimin's every move, speculation also arises about future projects he might be preparing. Some fans are convinced that this surge of attention is not a coincidence, but a sign that something big is waiting to be announced. Theories have begun circulating, ranging from possible new music releases to international collaborations that could shake the entertainment industry. This trending domination phenomenon also demonstrates how fandom power can shape the modern digital media landscape. ARMY is known as one of the most organized fandoms in the world, and this phenomenon once again shows how their collective support can create waves of global attention. However, this phenomenon also raises questions about the boundary between organic popularity and fandom influence in determining trending results. As debates grow increasingly intense, one thing remains unchanged. Jimin's name continues appearing on the screens of millions of people. Every click, every comment, and every shared post further strengthens that domination. This phenomenon seems to prove that in the digital era, popularity is not only about numbers but about how an artist can create strong emotional connections with the public. And as the world continues trying to understand how one idol can dominate so many categories at once, a question begins to divide opinions among fans and netizens worldwide. Is this trending domination proof that Jimin has surpassed idol status and become an irreplaceable global cultural phenomenon? Or is it a sign that the K-pop world is entering a new era where fandom power determines who truly holds the crown of popularity? As conversations about Jimin's overwhelming presence on NAVER continue to spread, a deeper wave of curiosity began forming among industry insiders. Behind the flashing headlines and rapidly climbing search rankings, many began asking a question that few dared to answer openly. What makes Jimin different from other global idols who have also achieved massive success? The answer, according to several cultural commentators, lies not only in talent or visual appeal, but in an emotional narrative that has been quietly building throughout his career. From the early days of BTS, Jimin was often described as the member who carried both fragility and strength in equal measure. His journey from a young trainee struggling with intense expectations to becoming one of the most recognizable performers in the world has always resonated deeply with fans. That emotional backstory has created a bond that feels unusually personal in the world of celebrity culture. When Jimin trends, it is not just because of a performance or a public appearance, it is often because fans feel connected to his story. The recent NAVER domination reflected this connection in a way that numbers alone could not fully explain. Many of the trending keywords associated with Jimin were not strictly related to official promotional activities. Instead, they included emotional reactions, discussions about his past interviews, and even reflections about his personal growth. This type of engagement suggests that Jimin's influence extends beyond traditional entertainment boundaries, entering the realm of cultural symbolism. Several Korean media outlets began analyzing how Jimin's image has evolved over time. Early in his career, he was frequently highlighted for his powerful stage presence and expressive dance style. Over the years, however, his public image has expanded into something far more complex. He's now often portrayed as a figure representing dedication, vulnerability, and artistic sincerity. This layered identity has allowed him to maintain relevance even during periods when group activities slowed down. Meanwhile, international fans added another dimension to the phenomenon. Social media platforms outside Korea erupted with translations of NAVER articles, fan-made analysis videos, and emotional tributes celebrating Jimin's achievements. The ripple effect transformed what initially appeared to be a domestic trending event into a global conversation. Hashtags related to Jimin began appearing across multiple countries, creating a digital echo chamber that amplified every piece of news connected to him. Interestingly, marketing experts also began paying close attention to the event. In the modern entertainment industry, Viral dominance on search engines is often considered a powerful indicator of brand value. Jimin's simultaneous presence across multiple NAVER categories demonstrated a level of public engagement that brands rarely witness. Some analysts suggested that this phenomenon could significantly increase his individual commercial influence, potentially leading to new endorsements and creative collaborations. However, the situation also reignited long-standing debates within the K-pop community. Critics questioned whether such dominance might overshadow other artists, raising concerns about the concentration of attention within the industry. Supporters, on the other hand, argue that Jimin's success represents the natural result of years of artistic growth and global cultural impact. The tension between these perspectives fueled even more online discussions, ironically strengthening Jimin's visibility further. As speculation intensified, fans began revisiting some of Jimin's most iconic moments. Clips of his emotional live performances resurfaced and spread rapidly across platforms. Many viewers noted how his ability to convey raw emotion through dance and music sets him apart from many performers. These rediscovered moments reminded audiences why Jimin has remained a central figure in global pop culture for so long. At the same time, rumors about potential future projects started circulating at an unprecedented pace. Some fans speculated about the possibility of a major solo musical comeback, while others theorized about cross-industry collaborations involving film, fashion, or even international cultural campaigns. Although no official confirmation appeared, the speculation itself became a driving force behind continued trending discussions. Another fascinating aspect of the phenomenon was how it highlighted the evolving relationship between celebrities and digital media platforms. NAVER's trending system reflects real-time public interest, making it a powerful mirror of cultural attention in Korea. Jimin's sweeping presence across multiple categories suggested that his influence was not confined to one specific field but spread across multiple layers of public engagement. From news coverage to visual content and entertainment discussions, his name functioned almost like a central hub connecting various forms of digital conversation. Some sociologists began describing the event as an example of modern celebrity mythology. In their view, figures like Jimin transcend traditional definitions of fame and become symbols representing collective emotional experiences. Fans do not merely consume content, they actively participate in shaping the narrative around the artist. This interactive relationship blurs the line between performer and audience, creating a shared cultural phenomenon that constantly evolves. As the days passed, the trending wave showed little sign of slowing down. New articles continued emerging, each attempting to decode the meaning behind Jimin's dominance. Some focused on his artistic contributions, while others examined his role as a global cultural ambassador. The sheer diversity of these discussions reflected how widely his influence has spread across different sectors of entertainment and media. Industry veterans began comparing this moment to other historical peaks in K-pop popularity. While many idols have achieved viral success, very few have managed to dominate multiple categories simultaneously while maintaining strong emotional engagement with fans. This combination of mass visibility and emotional depth is often described as one of the rarest forms of cultural influence. Behind the excitement, however, some observers raised questions about the pressures that come with such overwhelming attention. Being at the center of global discussion can bring immense opportunities, but it can also create expectations that are difficult to sustain. Jimin has previously spoken about the emotional challenges of fame, and many fans expressed hope that he would continue prioritizing his well-being amid the spotlight. The emotional tone of fan reactions became one of the most striking elements of the phenomenon. Many supporters shared personal stories about how Jimin's music and public messages had inspired them during difficult times. These testimonials turned the trending event into something far more personal than a typical celebrity news cycle. It became a collective celebration of shared memories and emotional connections. Meanwhile, global entertainment companies observed the event closely, recognizing its implications for future industry strategies. The ability of one artist to generate such massive engagement across multiple digital categories demonstrated the growing importance of personal branding in the modern music industry. Jimin's example suggested that long-term emotional storytelling might be just as powerful as traditional promotional campaigns. As conversations expanded, fans and critics alike began exploring the broader cultural meaning behind the event. Some interpreted it as a sign that K-pop has reached a new phase of global integration, where individual artists can influence cultural discussions beyond music. Others viewed it as proof that digital fandoms have become one of the most powerful forces shaping modern entertainment trends. Through it all, one undeniable fact remained. Jimin's presence on NAVER had transformed from a trending statistic into a cultural moment that captured global attention. Each new discussion, each emotional fan tribute, and each analytical article added another layer to the growing narrative surrounding his influence. As the phenomenon gradually transitioned from breaking news into a lasting topic of discussion, questions about the future continued to intensify. Would this moment mark the beginning of a new chapter in Jimin's artistic journey? Could it signal a transformation in how global audiences perceive individual K-pop artists? Or might it simply become one of those unforgettable viral events that redefine an artist's legacy in ways no one initially predicted? The story of Jimin dominating NAVER's trending rankings may eventually fade from daily headlines, but its impact appears destined to linger within the evolving history of digital pop culture. It represents a rare intersection where emotional connection, artistic growth, fandom dedication, and global media attention collide to create a moment that feels larger than any single performance or release. And as fans continue to analyze every detail of this phenomenon, one final question quietly grows louder across online communities worldwide. Is Jimin's unprecedented dominance proof that he is redefining what it means to be a global idol in the digital age? Or is this only the beginning of an even bigger transformation that could reshape the entire future of K-pop itself?